Adam, what do you think of the job your line did against the McDavid unit from the second period on?
I think we did a real solid job. It's important against his speed and his skill that you don't give him any easy ice. You don't give him any clear lanes coming through the neutral zone, and you kind of start to frustrate him. You force him to have to stop and get going again. And I think we did a good job. We kind of denied him, pucks through the middle and through the neutral zone, and kind of took away the time and space down low. Anytime he's able to start wheeling and in our end, he's extremely dangerous. He's so shifty with the puck, and I thought we did a good job. We controlled some pucks in the offensive zone. We had some extended shifts, and for the most part, we didn't really give up a whole lot when we were out there against them.
And we'll go next to Ken Wiebe from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Ken.
Thank you, Adam. What's been clicking offensively for you so far?
A little bit of power play time. I think you get some more touches. It's always nice to handle the puck and be thrown into a little more offensive role. I think that helps. And then just confidence. Last year was a frustrating year for me. I don't think I played my best. Battled some injuries and things like that. And, I tried to use the last 9 months, kind of the time in between the bubble and then the time after the bubble to, make sure I was healthy and, make sure that, coming into this year, I was going to, be able to have a rebound season. And, I feel good out there. My line mates have been putting me in some pretty good spots to score some goals. And, it seems like I'm getting a lot of bounces right now. So, I'm happy with it. And, hopefully I can just keep it going.
We'll go next to Josh Clipperton from the Canadian Press. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, Adam, I'm just wondering, after a game like Sunday can demoralize teams. How did you guys not let that happen and were able to turn the page this quickly?
Yeah, I think it's the highs and lows of professional sport. You tie the game up, you take the lead with 5 or so minutes left, and you give up. Let them tie, and then they take the lead and they score with 1 second left. And it's sometimes it seems like you have an emotional letdown kind of the next game, and a bit of a tough start for us. I think you give up those 2 early power play goals, and the first period wasn't our best, but I think we regrouped. We got a lot of belief in our room and the firepower we have, and we got great leadership, and I think that showed. I think you look at kind of the second period, we started to really play the style of game that makes us successful. We were hard on pucks and had a lot of those really extended zone times where we weren't necessarily scoring, but generating a lot of chances, and those seem to take a toll on the other team as the game wears on. And I think in the third period you saw that, and then we were able to convert some.
We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Thanks, Gregor. Adam, when people outside this market and maybe even in this market talk about the Jets offense, you often hear the top 6 forwards get talked about. Is it time we maybe expand that number a little bit to maybe the top 7, top 8, the way you and Andrew are both sort of clicking here early?
Oh, I think people are gonna have their own opinions. I think you look at our top 6 and at the premier players and the all-stars we have in that group, and they're kind of mentioned in their own group for a reason. But I think when you look at the makeup of our team, everyone provides an important role, and secondary scoring is an important aspect. And Copper's playing some unbelievable hockey. He had another great game tonight, and it's going to take contributions from every line if we're going to be successful. You look at the firepower the Oilers have. You look at the Leafs, and you go through the list of the teams in the North Division, and it's going to be important that our line contributes, the fourth line contributes, and we look to the guys in the top 6, but it's also nice to kind of take some pressure off their shoulders every once in a while.
Just a few more for Adam. We'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Hey, Adam, certainly towards the end of last season, goals were pretty hard to come by for you. It was quite a long time on the calendar for a regular season goal. You got 4 in the last 5 games. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's important. I think, like I said, last year was a bit of a frustrating year for me. It just seemed like, I was a step behind, kind of dealing with some injuries and things like that. And, you know, I felt like I put the time in, and, you know, it's always nice to see the puck go in. But, you know, I look at kind of other things away from, you know, the points and the goals, kind of how I judge my game. And, you know, there's certainly things that, you know, I can still improve. I look at my face-off numbers right now, and, you know, especially on the PK, that's going to be something that is going to need to get better for me. But, you know, like the way I feel out there, I think that's kind of more of a barometer. You know, the zone time, the smart reads, and, you know, the goals and the assists are a bonus. But, you know, I kind of look at the start of the year, and, you know, I like how I'm moving out there. I like how the decisions I'm making with the puck, and it's always nice to see it go in as well.
And last question to Jeff Hamilton from the Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Adam, you and Andrew Kopp have spent a lot of time together, a lot of time, I want to say perfecting the defensive side of the game, but just to see you score now, you commented on that, but to see a guy like Andrew get that kind of success, to get that kind of, you know, results for the work he's put in, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's awesome to see. I think, you know, we see every day kind of the work he puts in, and, you know, I've said it a bunch before. I think he's extremely underrated and, you know, kind of underappreciated. He's one of those guys that he can play in the middle. He can play on either wing. You can play on your first line. You can play, you know, PK. He's taken a period in D, you know, a few years ago when we were in Nashville. So he's kind of the guy that can do it all. And, you know, I think we've always known that kind of the offense is there, and, you know, given that opportunity to play with two great players in Stas and Fly, and, you know, he's really taken advantage of that opportunity. And, you know, I couldn't be happy for a guy like that. And, you know, what a game he had tonight.